7,239. Now let's just make sure that we've done it right. If we add these ones up, 6,000, 15,600 and 24,130, we should get to his salary. So there's a quick check to make sure that you're doing it right. And if you are right, we just have to add the tax part, which is all that. So have we got 45,730?
Yeah.
Okay, so tax that he pays, I'll write it the long way, is 0 plus 2,652 plus 7,239. So altogether,
9,891.
$9,891. That's how much tax he pays on $45,730. Any questions? Part B says, if he has been given a raise of $5,000 for the year, how much of this will he actually receive? Now remember, on this money, he is going to pay tax. Now, what we need to work out is it going to get him out of this tax bracket? Because that was the last tax bracket that we got to, wasn't it? Okay, so $45,730, sorry, plus the $5,000, is he still within this range?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's not going over 70,000, is he? So we don't need to worry to do, repeat this last line. So $5,000, he will pay still that much tax, won't he? 30 cents. Because that was the last thing that we ended up with. Correct? So we've got 30 over 100. So how much tax does he pay here? $1,500. So remember, he's already taken that part, he's 0, he's done that part. This part here would have been another 5,000 pounds. So we just need to work out this last little bit. So how much does he actually take home? His net pay will be 5,000 minus the tax of 1,500. So he takes home $3,500 instead of $5,000 extra. Any questions there? Now sometimes you're lucky that these sections here, they work out this thing. So they'll have $2,652 and then they'll work out this whole bit, so you don't have to work it always out. Okay? And really you should keep these two are correct. We haven't done up to 70,000 there. You'll never pay any more than that much because we wrote the whole thing there. And in that bracket, here we have it. Right? So you just have to work it through all the time. That's not the only thing you pay tax on. That's just your income tax. Then there's a thing called capital gains tax. You have an investment, property, anything like that. Purchased it. If you purchase it, let's say for example, for $100,000 and 5 years later you sell it for $200,000, you have made a profit. Your profit is $100,000. You have to pay tax on that profit. Okay? It's like you're in a salary. And they use the tax table. We're going to use our tax table to do an example. Which says, Daisy buys shares for $35,000 in October and sells them for $63,000 in March the next year. Now it's still in the financial year. The financial year goes from 1st of July to 30th of June. Okay, so from the middle of the year to the next year, middle of the year. If the salary for the financial year is $82,390, how much capital gains tax will she pay on the profits she makes on shares? How much capital gains tax are we after? First of all, we need to work out how much her salary is. Sorry, not how much her profit is, excuse me. So how much profit does she make? Because that's the only thing you pay the tax on. Profit. How can we work that out?
63,000 minus 35,000.
Right, 63,000, which is what she ended up with. Take away 35,000. $28,000 is her profit. Any questions so far? Okay. Now, her salary. This is her normal salary. $82,390. If we go back to our tax table, $82,390. We're looking at this bracket, number 4. Correct? If I add this extra profit of $28,000, am I still in that bracket, or have I gone over at $125,000? Still in it. Okay? So no matter what we do, we're not going to go over that bracket. So she pays this rate on that whole $28,000. If we went over, she'd pay some at this rate and some at this rate. Okay? So her tax on this profit will be $28,000 profit at 42 cents, so 42 out of 100. So how much tax, or capital gains tax I should say, is she paying? I call it capital gains tax, I'll get rid of that.
$11,760.
11,760 exactly?
Yeah.
She'll pay $11,760 in capital gains tax. So how much did she actually make from the shares? We'd have to take the tool away. Very roughly, let's say that's $12,000. She's made about $16,000. Okay. Any questions with capital gains tax? You're starting to look worried. Your favourite one's coming up. GST. You all know about GST. How much is charged for GST? 10%. 10% always on top. Okay, unless it says including GST. Here we go. Cost of electricity supplied in 1 quarter is $288.50. How much GST will be added to the bill? You told me it's 10% of the bill. So GST. There's the bill, $288.50 times 10%, 10 over 100. How much GST is added? You don't even need a calculator for this one. Just move the decimal point 1 time. $28.85. So part B is different. If the selling price of a washing machine is $890, so this is inclusive of GST, how much of this is GST? So the total price here, is $890. There's 2 ways of doing it. This way is the easier way. This one here we could have done 100% is that, plus the 10% from the GST, 1.1 times 288.50 would have given you the total amount, whatever that is. So that plus that, whatever that is. So here we can do the opposite. Okay? Exact opposite. So we will have 1.1 times the original price will equal the total price. Now we know what the total price is, or the final price, whatever you want to call it. What's our final price here? 890. So we can go 1.1 times the original price will equal $890, because that's what they tell us. $890 is the final price. And of course, I want to find the original price before the GST was added. So what do I do here? Yeah, divide it by 1.1, and 890 divided by 1.1 is? What is it, sorry?
809.091.
809 point 09?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, so 09. We'll leave it like that. So now, to work out the GST, all I have to do is say that minus that. Because that's including the GST, this is without GST. So GST will equal 890 minus the $809.90. Of course, you could have just said 10% of that and worked it out. It's up to you. Looks like it's about...
$80.
How much is it, sorry? Exactly?
$80.91.
Any questions there? There's one more stamp duty, but I'll write it up in a minute.